Subtle threats, if I can put just one name to it, that would be end users. So there are some serious technologies that is there in the market, and you name it, whether it is MDM, NAAC, or SIEM, DLP, you name it, and the only people who can bypass it very effectively would be the internal users. So many a time, if I can give one or two examples, what I see happening in organizations is that the senior management, typically there is something what I call as a God syndrome. So I have no idea why in so many organizations there is the MD or the board of directors or the senior presidents and the vice presidents given de facto access to every bit of data in the organization. And since they are people who are continuously on the move, if their laptops gets compromised somewhere in the enterprise, when they are maybe sitting at a hotel or something like that, and they are accessing the Wi-Fi, in which case all the organization level controls of MDM, DLP, all those things are not there. So in that case, what happens is that the laptops gets compromised, they come back to the enterprise, they have got access to everything, and some ransomware comes into place, or some back-end attack comes into place, or some rootkit enters the enterprise. So in many cases I've seen the subtle attacks, if I might put it in that way, would be coming in from the end users themselves.
Most of the times there are firewalls which have inbuilt rules, and there are certain things which are open because of the nature of services which are required. So what data travels to this is not checked, because they only check they are like a watch guard. They only see who is coming, who is going out, but they don't know what is going with it, what is coming out. So those things are always at risk. Then you have human involvement, which is the people who manage these controls. They are the big risk, because if a person turns rogue, it's difficult to find out about what and how and when the activity was done by him. And insider threat is always a challenge. You may have best of the technologies, best of the solutions, but if there is no check or control on the internal human aspects of it, then you will always have the weakest link within it, and that risks are always difficult to identify and also address.
There are three parts to entire breach. One is the ingress, second is the lateral movement, and third is the egress. And if you see, the ingress has been through simple attacks like spear phishing, where I target a particular, say, a CEO of an organization or an IT administrator of an organization, and and pretend that I am the CEO of the organization, asking you to reset my password, and that is good enough for an organization to get into an intruder to get into an organization, or make him click on a link which he need not even reset. He just needs to click and identify what that particular link is all about, and that's all that would do in order to compromise that endpoint. And from there onwards, I have a free road inside the organization.
The ATM frauds which were happening, people don't even know today that the schemers are implemented on ATM card readers. People lose their money. People also fell prey to phishing and vishing kind of a techniques, which and normal people may not understand. He may get a mail from a bank which saying that change your password, otherwise your systems gets blocked, and unknowingly people do that, and in that case they lose their whole money.
DDoS kind of an attacks, which is or some of the malwares which are sitting in infrastructure on the servers, and I think these are the future generation threats. And I think you never know, like there will be different kind of a threats will come up. Like for example, awareness of some of the security threats within an employee in an organization is really very important. If they are not following that, it may happen that they are becoming the gateway for threats or viruses or malwares injected into their infrastructure.
Social engineering. Second one which the company faces is the identity theft, data leak, which is happening across either via emails or via employees who are leaving the organization, who actually takes the whole chunk of data, whether on their personal email or through different drives which they have access to.
For more updates from CXO TV, please like and subscribe to our channel.